Today I have a questions to ask you. Do you know anything about globalization?
Uh, yes, from my understanding, globalization is the process where the country, business, and people become more connected and integrated. Uh, it's happened when the trade, technology, communication, travel, and culture.
Okay, can you give an example of globalization that you see every day?
I think the simple one like the smartphone, because the smartphone might be the design in the one country, like from the USA, as we know, and from the Thailand, we will use like the application. I think the most popular one like the Instagram and TikTok, but it's not from the US. It's from the so whatever. Netflix, whatever. And in terms of the business, can be like the manufacturing, like from the China and Vietnam, like this.
Okay, and the last question, do you think globalization is good or bad and why?
Uh, I think the last question is quite hard for me, but in from my perspective, I think there are the two side and the advantage and disadvantage. For the positive side, I think can create more the job opportunity and help the country go up economically. And especially we will have like a culture exchange and learning. For the negative side, I think it will be increase the competition, like the job competitions, or especially in a domestic business, like the I mentioned in the local business, and sometimes can lead to the inequality and environmental problem. But from the overall, I think it's the mostly positive. But we have to the manage carefully to reduce the negative impact.
Okay, Miu, thank you for your answer today. Bye bye. Today I have a questions to ask you. Do you know anything about globalization?
From the question, I think I know is some of globalization is ultimate borderless system integrating the world's economics, societies, and technologies. Is driven by a constant rapid flow of trade, capital, people, and data. Instead of living as isolated nations, we now operate in a highly synchronized global network where local economics are entirely dependent on international market force.
Okay, can you give an example of globalization that you see every day?
You hold a perfect physical example in your hand every day. Mm, your smartphone is literally take the entire planet to build one. Its software is designed in the US. The cobalt for its battery is managed in Africa. Its high-tech microchip are fabricated in Taiwan, and the camera sensors come from Japan. Finally, all these globally sourced parts converge in manufacturing hubs like China, India, or Vietnam for assembly before shipping to your pocket.
Okay, for the last question, do you think globalization is good or bad and why?
So it is good or bad. It's a complex double-edged sword. On the positive side, it's driving unprecedented economy efficiency, lower consumer price, and its hand lift hundreds of millions of people out of extreme poverty through foreign investment. However, the downside, the several is accelerate in environment degradation, drop massive transoceanic shipping, displace local job, and create dangerous vulnerability. As we seen when a single case can paralyze an entire global supply chain. Ultimately, globalization isn't a choice, it's an operating system of our modern world. Our challenge now is learning how to balance it.
Okay, thank you. Hello, Gabe. Today I have a questions to ask you. Do you know anything about globalization?
Yes, I do. Globalization is the connection between countries around the world. It happens through trade, technology, and communication. It helps people and businesses connect more easily.
Okay, can you give an example of globalization that you see every day?
Yes, for example, I use international app like social media. Every day, I can also buy product from other country online. This show how the world how the how the world is connected in daily life.
Okay, and the last question that I want to ask you, do you think globalization is good or bad and why?
Hmm, I think globalization is mostly good because it creates opportunity for job and business. It also help people learn new culture and idea. However, it can be bad because it increases competition and small businesses may struggle.
Okay, thank you for today for your answer, Kate. Hello, Nai. Today I have a questions to ask you. Do you know anything about globalization?
Yes, I do. Globalization is the process when countries around the world become more connected through trade, technology, communication, and culture. It allows people, business, and government to interact and share ideas more easily than before. Because of globalization, the world today feels smaller and more connected.
Okay, can you give an example of globalization that you see every day?
Sure, in my daily life, I experience globalization in many ways. For example, I use a smartphone to connect with people through social media platform. I also watch foreign movie, listen to music, international music, and follow global trade online. In addition, I enjoy eating international foods such as Korean and Japanese food, which is very popular in my country. This example shows how culture, product, and technology from different countries are shared and used everyday life.
Okay, for the last question that I want to ask you is, do you think globalization is good or bad and why?
In my opinion, globalization is morally a good thing because it helps people share knowledge, technology, and culture, increase more opportunity for education, business, and communication. However, globalization also has some disadvantages. For example, it increased competition in the job market and sometimes local culture may be lost or become less important. Overall, I think globalization has both positive and negative effects, but if we manage it well, it can bring many benefits to society.
Okay, today thank you for your answer. Hello, Ing. Today I have a questions to ask you. Do you know anything about globalization?
Yes, globalization is the process where countries become more connected to trade, technology, communication, and cultural exchange, making the world more interconnected and interdependent.
Okay, can you give an example of globalization that you see every day?
Using international apps like social media, watching foreign movie, or buying import products from another country are common example of globalization in daily life as they connect people and culture worldwide.
Okay, for the last questions, do you think globalization is good or bad and why?
I think globalization is very good because it creates more job communication, improve access to product and knowledge, and help country grow. Although it can also create competition and equality.
Okay, thank you for your answer, Ing.